Hi there and welcome to Bustthenet. Yes, this is the show I like to call the Hannover Diaries. It's a new series of shows that will be focused on a club in the Bundesliga. This is supposed to be episode 2. Yeah, you thought this was episode 1, right? It's supposed to be episode 2. Unfortunately, episode 1 was recorded. I left the microphone muted for a record 2 hours. I went in there to edit the show and I discovered I was being a complete idiot. So I have highlights of the first 2 games that we played against Werder Bremen and Borussia Dortmund. I will round up training tactics, what I did with the staff, how the tactic developed before we leap into the first game of the show against RBL Leipzig. We've had a pretty good preseason, except for the start of the preseason where I didn't really know the team very well. We played against the we played against the reserve side, right, under 19, so we couldn't even beat them. And I set out to use a tactic which was the 4-4-2 with them. And then we went through all the matches. We finally got the mixture right, but how did I do it? Let's talk about the first thing that we did when we joined the club. The first thing was the situation with the staff. Now, they don't have sports scientists, so I went out there and hired one more sports scientist. They also didn't have enough scouts, so I went out there, added 2 scouts and 1 data analyst so that we bumped up the numbers. It's really important that you have enough scouts, and you also need a data analyst so they can get you opposition reports. As far as the staff are concerned, I can't really do very much because we don't have any room to sign more staff. I mean, I could fire the assistant manager, or I could fire any of the staff, but I kind of like first day on the job, I don't want to go in there and go, hey coaches, guess what? I'm firing your asses. So I'm a reasonably I base my reputation on Hannover, so I'm an ex-international footballer, so I pretty much can help the training out. But if I'm looking at like this guy Asif, whatever his name is, Saric, he's gonna come in and he's gonna try and handle most of the areas with the coaches as well, so that we can reduce the workloads. I do not plan to concentrate too much on this. I will eventually build this side of the game up once I get this board to allow for more coaches. As far as the squad was concerned, I did a very quick analysis, and it's a real pity that I did it in the first episode where you can't really see it. So I'll explain very quickly what I did. Essentially, what I did was I went through the squad, right, and I looked at the squad and I looked at their DNA, right. So the first thing that I noticed with this team was the fact that they have decent defenders with jumping reach. Let's see the defenders. Okay, so the defenders, they have a couple of defenders who have got decent jumping reach. So 17 for Kevin Akpoguma. I'm going to have a nightmare with this when it comes to pronouncing names. So I do apologize in advance, and I'll do it many times across the show when I get their names wrong. We also have Valdemar Anton, who's okay. He's not too fast. Problem with this team is they don't have a very fast defense. Josep Eles, 11. They got Kevin Wimmer, who's also very, very slow. Matthias, their wingbacks are not too bad, right? You got this player called Matthias Ostzolek, and they got Oliver Zog and Julian Korb. Unfortunately for me, one of their players got injured in the last match. He's out for quite a while. And Miko Albanos is also injured, and he's out for 2 to 3 weeks. So you've got to be very careful because I'm running out. I can't afford to run out of fullbacks because these are the only ones that I have left. This guy was injured in the last game when we beat Borussia Dortmund. Yes, we beat Borussia Dortmund, and then this guy was out in training, so we're going to have to be very mindful of our players. I'll get to training very soon. Defensive midfielders, we're not doing too bad. We've got this player Wallace, who's probably going to be the holding player for the team. And then I extended the contract. I went in because there were some players who had their contracts that were going to be expired. It's one of the first things I check when I pick up a new save. I go through my players and I try and identify players who could play a part but might have an issue with their contracts. So Marvin Barca Laws was one of those players. He's not too bad, right? So we gave him a new contract. He signed a contract. We also had another player in the team, midfielders. This player, where are you, Mr.? He doesn't seem to be here. He is supposed to be here. Okay, we promoted. Yes, here we go. Ufe Beck. Ufe Beck was a player that was transfer listed, if I'm not mistaken, or either that or his contract was expiring. We also went and offered him a new contract, so we signed him as well. And we're gonna develop a lot of the system around Nicholas Fulkrug, who's already off to a phenomenal start to the season. He's already scored 4 goals in 3 appearances. He did a hat trick in the domestic cup match, and then continued his goal scoring exploits in the next match. So both our strikers have scored goals already. We also have a player like Iver Fossum, who's not too bad. Problem with this team, there's not a lot of flair coming out from the midfield. They've got players who have vision, but they don't have players who have flair. Flair is basically the unexpected. They pull something out of their hat. So it's really good for teams that want to do a lot of, who are going to be trying to break down defensive sides, right? Sometimes you need that moment of magic. And that's something that this team is in dire need of. And we got this player, he's like 31 years old, not worth his salt because he was only 8. And if I wanted to play him, I'd have to field him in a 3-man midfield. So Prim Schwegler is probably going to be released if anybody wants him. I promoted Linton Miner into the main team. He was in the he was actually with the under 19, so we moved him up. He has a lot of potential. The reason why I moved him up was because of his PA. Now I believe that if I play him enough, we should see some accelerated development in this player. He's only 19 years old. Now this is where things started getting interesting. We have attackers right now who have got fantastic jumping reach, 18, 17 and 16. So we've got 3 potential target men, including Nicholas Fulkrug, but Fulkrug also has a bit of acceleration and finishing. So using him as a target man on attack is a bit of a waste. Getting him to come off a target man, that's a different story. So we had Hendrik Wadent and we had Jonatas. Now Jonatas has already made 3 appearances, so he's not playing that badly. So we played him in the 4-4-2, and he's already scored 2 goals in 3 appearances, which is pretty impressive. I'm happy with how he's doing. 17. Now his attributes aren't fantastic, right? So it's like so when I looked at this team and I looked at them and said, okay, they've got some decent attributes, but they're not going to be a team that's going to go out there and conquer the world. But we don't want to be a team that gets rolled over by the opposition. So how do we set ourselves up? And I was looking at their midfielders, right? Their attacking midfielders. Could we play a 4-1-2-3? Now, if I looked at the team and I went 4-1-2-3, what do we have to work with? We've got fairly average players. Like this player, Ikhlas Bebu. He's okay. He's not something, I'm not going to jump off my chair and go, oh my God, he's so good. No, he's not. Okay, he's just average. And he's worth 7.5 million. All I can see is the dollar sign because I might want to sell him. And then we've got another player here called Serenen Bezi, another very fast player who has some potential. He's young. There's still room for him to grow. And I'm toying with the item. I can't play a 4-1-2-3 with these players. I got Takumo Asano, he's a striker. Trying to fit him into a team is going to be like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. He's a striker, but he's got poor composure and finishing. He's got very, bad balance. 10 is quite bad in my opinion for a striker. His off the ball is decent, but that's about it. He can't pass the ball to save his life. Right? He doesn't make the right decision half the time. So how do I play him? So he's not going to be somebody I can use out wide, and he's not going to be somebody who's going to be bombing into the box. We've got another Japanese here, Genki Haraguchi. Also suffers from the same problems. So when I looked at his team, Florent Muslija, okay, he's half decent, but he can't turn. If you put him out there on his own in an AM position, he's going to have to be able to beat players on the turn. He's going to have to shift the ball from left to right and come inside. His balance is pretty poor, so he can't jump in the air. His first touch is average at 12. His dribbling is half decent at 15. He doesn't make the right decision most of the time. So his decision making is pretty poor. His off the ball is also average. So 4-1-2-3, leaving him on his own out there. So as I went through this, I was thinking to myself, okay, the 4-5-1 may be a viable system if I don't expect them to ever come back. Right? So that's about it. Okay, so for 4-1-2-3, I don't have mazalas. I don't have any creative flair. I need somebody to punch through the middle. That's the kind of football I like to play. I like to have a central midfielder who comes in to score the goals. I mean, who doesn't want to see somebody coming in late just to bang in those goals? But we don't have a player like that, right? So as I sat there looking at this tactic, I decided, okay, fine, this is perfect time for me to play the 4-4-2. There's nothing else I can do. I mean, I could think of a 4-1-4-1, but that might be a bit too deep. None of my strikers can on their own beat a team. But if they were paired together, then two of them could be very, very dangerous. So out went any idea of playing a 4-1-2-3, which I'm kind of happy because I don't have to do it anymore. So when it came to the training, so training the first week, I didn't do anything. Just left it. I wasn't interested. I had done my normal pre-season training schedule, so as you can see here, we're already into our main season. Now we've come in here. We already played our first game against Borussia Dortmund, so we're going to be resting. So I'm not going to be pushing my team too hard. So as you can see, we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've got rest, and then we got this match against RBL. We've got attacking wings. I'm going to do match preparation here, attacking movement. I'm also going to remove this and do a match preparation, match tactics. I'm going to keep things light. Match preparation, teamwork, and we're going to have one more rest session somewhere inside here. Okay, so we're going to do a rest session here, or rather here. Okay, so I don't want my loads to be too heavy, so we come out of this recovery match tactics. There'll be another match tactics here, so we can actually give this team a rest now. So we can do attacking wings, teamwork, tactical, attacking, possession. I'm gonna make things easier for myself. So attacking wings, because it works on the general attacking attributes of creative freedom. Okay, so I want to get, actually the reason why we have possession is because I can hit all my familiarity areas, passing style and tempo, correct? Because I want to get my tactical familiarity up quickly. So you need to have your possession, you need to have your attacking, you need to have a tactical and a defending. So you can't afford to sacrifice them. So we've got attacking, tactical, attacking, and I'm going to do one more tactical here. Right, so we got attacking, tactical, possession, tactical. Okay, leading up to our first match. Our third match against RBL. So training is very simple. As far as my squad is concerned, as far as individual players, what I have done is most of the teams are normal intensity, and every single one of them I've gone in and I'm supposed to have given them all specific training. So I got Prip is injured, and this guy, I don't know how I'm going to play him. But most of their players, I've given them very general roles because I still don't know exactly how I'm going to be playing this team as far as their roles are concerned. So I've given them general ones, but it fits into my overall strategy. So we actually started the season off playing this setup. I started off with a really simple setup, which is a balanced 4-4-2 without any team instructions. These team instructions came into being after our third friendly match. So I was observing how we built play up, and I'm going to share this with you right now. Okay, essentially what I did was I started with a winger CM spot, CM defend, right? And then I TM and PF. I kind of knew how I wanted the front two to play. I just wanted a target man and a pressing forward. Basically, these two guys are just going to work their asses off in front, and their primary responsibility will be to score goals. In midfield, my goal was to have a compressed unit moving forward with the fullbacks eventually overlapping. But in order to do that, I couldn't have wingers that were too aggressive. I don't want them running off with the ball. Rather, I want them moving up as a unit, and I want all the play focused on down the flanks without me using any team instructions. This meant that I would have to choose roles, and very carefully. Because if I chose a winger with a fullback, the winger will bomb off. If I choose a wide midfielder with a wingback, the wingback will try and overlap and be a bit more aggressive because the wingback is a more aggressive role. So we tried winger in our first few games. Didn't really work out. I had a CM on support and a CM on defense. Was okay, but I wasn't getting the guys running wide, to support, basically help with the shorter passing moves up. In the end, we shifted to a Carrerello because a Carrerello stays wide. I chose a roaming playmaker because honestly, I wanted somebody who could just, move to the left and the right when the need arises. We went with wide midfielders without any PIs. Wing backs were just been told to cross aim to the target man, and then target man and pressing forward. Nothing else. So it was a very simple setup, which actually kind of worked for us. The first time I noticed how we would do was in the match against Dassendorf. Dassendorf, I think they're a non-league side, but here we had a hat trick from Fulkrug. Scored a penalty in the 49th minute. But Fulkrug scored a penalty, and then in the just before the end of the first half, we broke their play down. From the back, we worked our way forward. Wallace played it to Bacalaureus, Frag, and the work was pretty decent, right? And Fulkrug scoring a goal, followed by another one. For Niklas Fulkrug, the match against Werder Bremen, second goal. This was a counter-attacking move. The attack broke down. Fulkrug, the target man and the pressing forward, working together on the counter-attack. And then against Borussia Dortmund, this Fulkrug didn't score in this match. If he had scored in this match, I would have to renegotiate his contract almost immediately, I reckon. From the back again, we build up play. The ball goes long. The boys put enough pressure on them. We don't have any pressing urgent, right? Ball goes long. Jonathan brings the midfield into play. Wallace scores from outside the box. And then Jonathan scored from the corner. Now, what is interesting is this. As I started this first game of the season where CM support and those roles, okay, I was trying to pay attention to something. In every single match, I kept checking this. So as long as I get my two strikers in this area, I'm happy. Right, so Werder Bremen, this was another match. Teams, again, here we're looking at Werder Bremen, all shunted wide. So their strikers had a harder time. And Hannover, we managed to score our one goal from here. And this fell to our striker. So, but this is the important thing. All these chances are about strikers inside the box. So for me, in my book, this was working because I wanted my strikers inside the box. And then in this match again, teams, sure, this is Borussia Dortmund. Okay, so they had like their striker, I think they didn't have many opportunities landing to their strikers. This is our strikers, 9, 9, 24, 9. So our strikers are inside the box in goal scoring opportunities. The moment I saw this, I was happy with my system. So I knew that we just needed to play the system a bit more. We got a few more days to go before our match against RBL. We done a quick update, and now my team is going to go through and do their training. I wanted to do it at this point so you guys can see how my training is being set up. So people don't think that I'm using my training schedules out of the gate. I don't give them any rest. I do. I give them rest. So I mean, it's like I have them all set up so that I can adjust them if I need to. I know what I want to remove and what I want to add. It's just the way I play. Makes things a lot more easier for me. But I have like a position, role, and duty one to get my players familiar with these positions in a new tactic. And now we are going to get ready for this match against RBL. Let me just quick forward the whole thing. All right, so all I want to see is Hannover inside this box. That's it. Strikers going for it. Fulkrug, Jonatas, yeah, he commits a foul. Upa Makeno, Cunha, Campi, Cunha, Klosterman. I mean, we can't expect ourselves to be favorites for this match. In all honesty, I think we'll do good if we can just hold on to a decent result, a draw. Maybe not lose by more than 3 goals, but if we conceded one, okay, so it's gonna go to review, but I think it'll be given. No, it's not. Okay, free kick taken, cleared. Ilsanker with the ball under some pressure. Pulaski plays it on to Forsberg, Minor. Oban to Ilsanker, plays it back to the keeper. Keeper plays it long over the top. He's offside. Well, we aren't pretending that we're as good as they are. We're just gonna hope that we can keep Leipzig at bay. well, it's not going to work with these kind of situations. We've already conceded a goal. It's the way I'm going to be playing, right? So there are going to be times when the passes don't find their marks. Acer is kicking is not very good. Right out to Augustine. Oh, that's a pity. RBL have scored. Sog to Wallace. Sog out. He goes to the fullback. Fullback plays it back to Wallace. Bakalos finds Fulcrum. And Jonathan takes a shot. Keeper is scrambles to make the save. We have another corner. Haven't even set my set piece takers for the season yet, so plenty of time for me to get to know my team. Ostrozolek. Oi! Akpogoma! Akpoguma has equalized. We are back in this. From the corner. We are going to be the specialists of the set pieces and the counter attacks. So I've got my best headers at near post, far post, and center. I can't do center. I mean, you can't really do center, right? So it's like a far post and near post. And then, yeah. So far, it's been working. Straight to the okay, Acer. Come on, let's encourage the boys. They are playing against a really good team. So Ostrozolek brings the ball forward, back to Bakalos, to Jonatas, to Fulkirk, turns, shoots. He's done it again. This the partnership between Jonatas and Fulkirk looks potentially very dangerous because it's this target man and pressing forward combination is one of those other ones I like in the game. I've wanted to play a 4-2-2 for a long 4-4-2 for a long time, not 4-2-2, but 4-4-2. Okay, Srirachi. Ball goes out to touch. It's Anton to Wallace. Wallace, nice simple pass. Bakalos. Oh, he does thread those beautiful balls. Ah, they're making me excited. Oh no, it's Forsberg. He's about to break my heart. He's going to break my heart. He's Kampi to Ilsanka. No, Klosterman, don't you dare fuck my mood up. Yeah, I hate this part of the game. You know, when you have to, you see them moving the ball around your half and you're thinking to yourself, damn, there's a bloody goal coming. Akpaguma to Jonatas, look at my target man. Pakalos to my target. Oh yes, target man, my target man. What a pass to back. It's Fulkrug. It's offside. It was offside. Holy shit. Fulkrug is getting into some dangerous positions inside the box. King. So Fulkrug is missing some chances, but he's in the right spots. So that's how I know my tactic is working. Okay. I'm far from pleased. Okay, that's it. Let's just set the bar a bit high for our team. Okay, so the expectations for my team are simple. Beat relegation. So, and I told my boys, we're looking to end in mid-table. So that's our plan. Our plan is to say one thing to the board and say another thing to the players. Okay, Klosterman to Cunha. Good work from the boys at the back, but they couldn't work the passing opportunities to themselves. Cunha shoots Essa with a fantastic, strong hand. Okay, come on, boys. Defend this. Again, we have far post, near post, and center. And it didn't work. As Upa Makeno, no, it's El Sanka. El Sanka scores. Breaks my heart. It's 2-1. I should have another angle for this behind the goal. Osbergs. Yeah. Usanko was just standing there. This is a time when having no boys on the pool. Well, it didn't work. I had no boys on the post anyway. Bakalos to Anton. Anton plays it long to Fulkrug. Fulkrug comes in. Still has the ball. RB Leipzig 2, Hannover 1. Klosterman. They clear the danger. Only as far as Srirachi. Srirachi plays it a force, but Kampi. Oh no, it's gonna be. I thought that was a goal. It should have gone. It should have found the back of the net. We should be. We should have I think this is an unfair result, right? If you lose this game, we're playing quite well. That was a clear-cut chance sent straight to my keeper. All right, Klosterman. Okay, we're gonna demand more from the boys. Over the top, he beats, and then they score. 3-1 Leipzig. 3 Hannover 1. Well, we went in there with an attacking mindset. We didn't get the result we wanted. I could have been negative, but I didn't want to. And I know I have a slow defense. But it was a risk I was willing to take. Fulkrug to Akel, Boguma, Anton to Sog. Sog looks long. It's a the connections are not coming, right? But I can see the play being made. So we're not going to change the way I play. I'm just going to keep, playing the same way. Let this team get into a rhythm. And then we'll start seeing some better results. 3-1, Leipzig, RBL. Well, there's certain teams we're going to find it very hard. We already beat Borussia Dortmund. That's one hell of a result. Bakalots, so close. But look at this. It means like we actually gave as good as we got. I said the edge of the line. I don't think it's in the box. If we do get a penalty, we aren't even for a really crazy finish. Is it a penalty? Come on. It looks like it's outside the box. I don't think so. Yeah, it's outside the box. It's a free kick. But it's a dangerous free kick. Come on, tall boys. Get inside the box. Nope. Look at this, man. This is just nice. This is nice. Yeah, 2 clear-cut chances versus their 3. They scored from all their clear-cut chances. We didn't. We got Fulkrug with the free kick. And Fulkrug makes it 3-2. This is going to be a finish to the end. Come on, boys. We can do this. Come on, Fulkrug. You phenomenal, beautiful thing, you. Is there time for more? Come on. There's only a few minutes more. I'm not going to put, look at this. 6.3, 6.3, 6.5. It's Deme. It's Campy. It's Poulsen. They find Forsberg. Forsberg shot is blocked. People are going to ask me why do you make changes. It's too late to make changes. Akpagbooma. No, it's not enough. Oh. This is disappointing. We played well. We did play well. We just not meant to win this game. RBL have beaten us 3-2 for our first defeat of the season. So we had a great start to the season. We opened with 2 straight wins, but then reality is cold hard. And it's our first defeat to RBL. Bayern Munich also lost. So Wolfsburg and Bayer Leverkusen are the only teams with an undefeated record so far. Borussia Dortmund have lost 1 game and won 1 game. They beat RBL at home 1-0. Fortuna Düsseldorf as well. They had a big win on the opening day. I remember this 5-1 against Augsburg. But then they've lost to RBL 3-0 away. So RBL have been very strong at home. RBL, they've won both their home matches by 6 goals they've scored. We're the only team that scored against them at home. On the road, they've lost to Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich lost to Bayer Leverkusen at home. Wow. Hoffenheim and Stuttgart good results there. So there you go. We played our first couple of matches. We're not doing too badly. Financially, I think we are fine. We didn't break the bank. We didn't sign anybody. Transfer history. These are all players that came with the club. I let Philippe go so I could balance the transfer budget because the transfer budget the wage budget was a bit crazy. So I had to do some magic to the wage budget. So I got Philippe off the books, and that helped us with our wage budget. And now we're doing okay. Unfortunately for me, we've had our first defeat. So the first show starts off with a defeat. It was supposed to start off with a win if I only done things right the first time around, right? Like left the mic on. Anyway, it's a crazy start to the season. I'm hoping that we can do a lot better. Fulkrug continues to score goals. He's already scored 5 goals in 4 appearances. Now, one of them has come from a free kick. That's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. If you have any questions, you guys know where to find me. You can always look me up on Twitter at Bustthenet or addicted2fm.com, my website. Yes, I keep saying the same old shit every single time, but there's I have to plug myself once in a while, right? If you want to get some more information. So you guys take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.